welcome John, Jason and Zach from Portugal the Man. Welcome on the show. Your current CD, Church Mouth, sounds more 70s rock-like than your first album. Is there a reason for that?
Actually, I think a lot of the new sound came from our first trip over to Germany. We had planned for about 45 minutes of music, and that's all that we had rehearsed, because that's what people normally play back in the States. Okay. And we got over here and come to our first show, and we realized that there's no support band, and they wanted us to play for about an hour and a half or so. So we had to really stretch out our songs.
And just jamming and everything live, it just felt a lot more natural to the band. We'd always been really tied down by drum machines and playing the click tracks and samplers and all of that live. And it just felt like time for a change.
What are your musical influences?
He likes the Beatles a lot. He likes Rage Against the Machine a lot. And I like, I'll say Led Zeppelin or okay.
That's all we listen to in the band. It's one of those three bands.
Of course, I've heard that story of how you all came to Portland. You seem to be having just a little money and lived off the streets somewhere else. I don't know. So
well, we crashed on people's couches, pretty much always like rotating between the friends that would have us. Yeah. You know, never staying too long, or actually, I think in some cases stayed too long. Not friends anymore.
Do you think that coming from Alaska shapes the music you play?
Well, yeah. Anybody's upbringing influences their music, aside from made bands and you know, the fakes, the phonies. I mean, sitting in Alaska, I hate to say it, but it's really pointless at the beginning stages of a band where you need to be touring, and you know, we just had to be out there and doing that stuff. We can't just sit and play one venue once a week. Mm. Plus, at that point, we were just playing with drum machines, and that's not really cool in Alaska. Not cool.
Metal is cool in Alaska.
Metal? Actually, metal is also very big in the northern European countries.
In Alaska, it's not good metal, though. They have good metal. And in Alaska, it's not very good at all.
Are there any big cities in Alaska?
There's one, and then there's one big city, and then a lot of just smaller towns and some villages. But no, it's a cool place. It's beautiful. There are a lot of mountains, a lot of woods, a lot of places where there's lots of animals, and it's really beautiful up there. It's awesome. I miss it a lot.
The big city is more comparable to the small towns that we pass through. It's just big. It's spread out.
And do you think about going back there sometime?
I know I will. That's where I want to live eventually.
Can you solve the mystery of your band name?
Portugal was a person that we created to play music for. We wanted to make a like a James Brown or a David Bowie or Elton John or one of those people that like larger than life and you know, giants. I mean, they were giants when it came down to it. So we wanted to make this person but not give it one of our names. We wanted to create, you know, Ziggy Stardust or Sgt. Pepper. So we chose a country because it's, you know, it's a group of somewhat like minds coming together to form an individual with its place in the world. In the end, Portugal was just random. It just sounded best as a person's name, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah, thanks Portugal the Man for having you on the show. And yeah, maybe see you sometime in the future here in Cologne or in Berlin maybe, in the other show.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.